So I got this YouTube ad the other day.
New vid.
Give me a little whack.
Brainwash her into love. It's so easy.
It is so easy, isn't it? Fellas, I'm going to tell you something. If you want to brainwash a woman into absolute love right now in 2020, it's easier than ever before. But the key thing is that you have to be willing to do things that the mass majority of men don't know how to do now.
Kind of reminds me of Ty Lopez. Remember that guy?
Here in my garage.
Yeah, except he's bragging about his girlfriend instead of his immense
Knowledge.
Now, when I applied this, and when all of the other students have also started to apply these exact same tactics, they've been able to get amazing success. So if you want the results they got, you're going to want to register for the free masterclass. And honey, how well do these brainwashing things work?
Too well.
Link expires after this ad.
The link did not expire. I had it open in a tab for a full day, and I kept getting more ads with the same link, like this one.
Find love, but you're doing it using any of these three platforms. What I'm going to tell you first and foremost is that you should be terrified, because the fact is that most men are doing all of these things, but guess what? All of these women, how many inboxes do you have this morning when you woke up?
5.
5. You have 5 inboxes. What I'm going to ask you is, how are you actually going to compete? You're going to want to register for this free live event below. I'm putting on a free broadcast to show you what myself and what all of these men have been doing.
So yeah, I registered just for shits and giggles. But I didn't know it was going to be nearly 2 hours long. This is a clip from the end. And yeah, I sat through the whole thing. I don't know why. I guess just so I can make fun of it. So let's get started on this clusterfuck. So he claims that this is live. But that's pretty hard to believe, as you'll soon see.
That I figured it looked really credible if I just hired a random girl that I found off the street to sit here and accompany me before we get into this presentation. But all jokes aside,
For starters, it's midnight where I am, and he's in North Dakota, which is the same time zone, yet there's sunlight coming in the window. Also, this thing has cuts all over the place, because I guess he couldn't record the whole thing without mistakes. I probably couldn't either. And he kept doing this thing where he'd ask people to type in the chat and act like he'd seen it.
what I want you guys to do is I want you to hit number 2 in the chat box if you can hear me. So you said the mic was on, right?
Yep.
Okay, if you can hear me right now, hit number 2. Okay, 2. I see a lot of 2s. Fellas, if this is something that you want, if you want me to proceed with this presentation, type 2 in the chat box if you can hold us accountable as hell on this and you can actually watch this until the very end. Type 2 in the chat box if we have a deal. If I start seeing 2s, we're going to move on. 2. Press 2 in the chat box if you would like that. 2. I see a lot of 2s.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun
And this
fucking
is
around.
exactly what I was looking for. Normal
And then there was this gem. Bro, you're laterally reading my mind. So I did the only logical thing.
Was who just wanted the white picket fence lifestyle and a girl to just like him, literally just turned into multiple heartbreaks in a row, hours online fishing for dates, 5 Christmases in a row, looking like a complete fuck up when all my relatives look at me going, what is wrong with you? Like, why?
Then when Jonathan didn't reply, I started thinking, there's no way there's 400 motherfuckers in this chat. I asked if there was anyone real, and then I went full hacker. I looked at the source code. And sure enough, everything is pre-programmed. There's a time that they will post, all their names, and what they will say. Lots of 2s. And there's even, bro, you're laterally reading my mind. Okay, that's funny, but not really surprising. Oh, and the timing wasn't even right a lot of the time.
So which option would you go with? Option 1 or option 2? Type in the chat box. Option 1 or option 2? 2. A lot of 2s. Kenneth, you picked 1. Well, you can get out of this then because this is not for you.
I guess he forgot to put Kenneth in the code? Okay, but let's play devil's advocate. Even though it's all faked, maybe he actually has some good stuff to say. Let's see.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Whoa, we're off to a good start.
Starting off the presentation, my name is Casey Zander, and today I'm going to show you specifically how we use MBT, masculine behavioral training, to create instant attraction with any woman. So this won't waste your time.
My 2 hours begs to differ.
You're going to learn so many things throughout this, but here's the deal. Every single time at the start of a webinar like this, everybody thinks it's bullshit.
It is.
Today, what we're doing is we're solely focusing on delivering enough content and enough value on this live broadcast alone. So that way you can take this system and you can start to run with it and start to apply these things and make these mental connections on your own.
Wow, for free? That's so nice of you, Casey. Tell me why I don't believe him.
By the end of this webinar, fellas, you will know exactly how to talk to any woman at any time and attract her to turn her on. So this is not some how to be the best pickup artist bullshit, saying word for word this line at this exact time, because that doesn't work and that's fake. Because there is no magic how to meet women and have sex button.
5 minutes later.
And all of these things will lead to guaranteed sex.
And the ability to know exactly what to say to a woman at all times, to attract hot and sexy women whenever you want. And this is not a sneaky way to trick women into having sex with you.
Many unbearable.
This is the step-by-step process to brainwash her and get the upper hand.
When you influence her emotional brain and bypass her logical thought,
these are the proven shortcuts to get her addicted to you.
Gives him the cheat code. And when you do this, rapid success, they're just all copying the same repeatable system. When Doug did this, he goes, Casey, I can't get the exact. So here's what you're going to learn today. There's 3 secrets. The first secret is the simple 3-step process to make sure that any woman is instantly attracted to you. Okay, the second thing, you're going to know specifically how to create a pipeline of additional women you can reach out to that will always be your MBT leftovers, and the example was Marcus, who had women hitting him up. The third secret is how you're going to use MBT methods to have a leg up compared to your friends or the other 99% of men, and this is what we need from you. Okay, if we're gonna, so if you want hot women hitting you up like this, then you're gonna want to stay until the end of it. Otherwise, this was all pointless, and you can essentially just kiss that
tight, hot little ass goodbye.
Because now you don't have all of the steps to make this work, and all of the other guys did. If you stay until the very end, we will give you the entire attraction checklist as a downloadable bonus.
He did deliver on this. I'll show it to you later on.
If you look at the results 99% of men get, they virtually have none. So we have to make sure we get 1% man results. So I guess it's probably best if you know the real Casey Zander, because I promise he is not as cool as he sounds. I was always getting friend zoned or caught in just these 30-day snap streaks on Snapchat with no date.
30 days with no date? Them's rookie numbers, bro.
I went years of my life without even saying hi to a woman or flirting or even getting a hug from a girl.
Again, rookie numbers.
I was addicted to porn or masturbation because really that was my only form of female intimacy, was some synthetic sex and a computer screen. And my mom would tell me to just be a nice guy. You know, be a nice guy. Women will just like me for me.
Smart mom.
As you can see, I wasn't tall and I wasn't good looking.
I don't know, man. I think you're pretty cute.
Now, fellas, you got to ask yourself, which pill are you going to take? Are you going to take the red pill, the truth of female nature, or are you going to take the cotton candy coated blue pill of the lies that I was fed? Now, this is a reference to the Matrix, but you're going to see what this means. The male body craves 2 things at all time. The first is survival. You know, just basic living needs need to be met at all times. The second is reproduction. The body wants to procreate. The body wants a hot woman to be with. That's just natural. But the truth is that Angelino legitimately left Brad high and dry, and Channing Tatum's wife left him. These guys had the looks, they had the money, they had the status. They still ended up burned.
Bro, Brad was abusive to his and Angelina's kids, and Channing and Jenna apparently mutually separated. I mean, I don't care about celebrity relationships, but get your facts straight, bro.
Masculine behavioral therapy is a type of psychotherapeutic treatment that specifically helps men understand the thoughts and feelings that influence behaviors of females to have the best chance possible at navigating the sexual playing field.
Yikes.
And less than 1% of men even know about MBT or have heard about MBT.
Maybe that's because you made it up.
Women are literally like cats. If you put 4 cats in a room and you lay out 4 balls of yarn, this is what happens. If one of the cats, let's say, happens to go to the maroon ball of yarn, what happens is that all 3 other cats all go to the maroon ball of yarn. The reason why they all want the maroon ball is because that ball of yarn appears to be at the top with the most value. You see, the cats have no idea. They just go where the value is. And when a man can actually understand how to be the maroon ball, everything changes for him. The magic key to unlocking the panties off of dozens, even hundreds of beautiful, sexy women per year is to be the maroon ball. Because if one wants you, they all want you. He realized that he just needed to appear as if women were already wanting him. Every girl viewed him to be at the top of the food chain and was sexually aroused by his presence alone because he knew exactly what to do. Okay, I now had women begging me to date them. And Friday and Saturday night became my fucking pleasure palace because I never felt awkward when talking or approaching again. And women do not want their equal. They want to be able to look up to a giant. Just like Beauty and the Beast, she wants her opposite. And this is why men get demoted to just another dick in the inbox.
Maybe you're just a dick, spamming some poor girl's inbox.
If you were to go out on your own and get everything separately, this isn't what we're going to charge you, obviously, but I'm going to show you what this would be separately. If you were to get just the course, just the 12 weeks of coaching, that would be about $1,000 in itself. If you wanted the full community access for life to interact with all of the members, that would probably be around another $1,000. Lifetime access to the Q&As and the coaching, another grand. And lifetime access to speak with me or any mentors during the calls, that would be anywhere from $1,000 plus. And then the ability to have somebody 24/7 live chat, that would be priceless. Total separate, this could easily total 13 grand plus for this lifetime offer.
Remember that number, 13 grand.
Here's the deal. Like I said, we don't want to charge 13K for this, even though we know it's worth that. At first, we didn't even know what to charge. We booked a consultation with a sales agency and we showed them everything that we offer to fix men's masculinity and dating lives forever. And this is what they told us. They told us this could be a $4,000 offer, easy. And at first we did this. At first we priced this at $4 grand and it was still selling. So we're doing a special Masculinity Blueprint Accelerator 2.0 broadcast price. This is the price you're going to get right now for opening enrollment on this call. This is the price that you're going to get. And in the future, the phone enrollment will be $4,000. That's what the future broadcast price is going to be. This is the price that you guys are getting it right now. Now, here's the deal. A lot would pay $13,000. And I'm going to prove it to you. If you Google direct price of dating coaches, bam. This is how we came up with our number. Right off google.com, cost of most dating coaches, entrepreneur reports on several dating coaches, many who charge $300 to 13 grand for longer term projects.
So that's where the 13 grand came from.
And we're not giving it to you for that. We're giving it to you for this, which is just a ridiculous offer. And it's because we know what it's like not to have dating under control. And we know how much happier we are when we have everything under control. Now, what
Why
we're
am I
also
still here?
doing with this is we're giving you our version 1 most popular course since 2017. So why are we doing this? What is our mission? Now, you see, growing up, since I didn't have these mentors, like, if you're wondering, Casey, are you just BSing me right now? Is all this yeses bullshit? Did you just type this? The answer is no. And it's crazy because obviously we blurred out the private parts, but this is all true. Like, Brayson used this. And the truth is that women do not pull back from men who do everything right. They only pull back from men who are doing everything wrong.
True.
And if you're wondering, won't a woman finally ever just like me for me? The answer is no. They're emotional. You must learn how to pull their emotions correctly or it's just not going to work.
Oh.
Hey, baby.
What?
Do you love me for who I am?
Yes. Is this a joke?
Kinda.
Do I love you for who you are? It's a little late in the game to be asking me that. Wow.
So, if you're wondering how I got this 2 hours edited so short, it's because the majority of this was just testimonials and bragging. A few examples.
The truth is that when Kevin started using this, he said this was like witchcraft. You guys can see he goes, quick therapy follow-up. Friday night led to a great porno sex with amazing blank session after. And I bleeped it out just, to protect some of his privacy. But George goes, dude, your program has completely changed the game with me. Marcus goes, is it a coincidence that as soon as I started this program, females have been hunting my phone up out of the blue? So today I'm going to show you this because men young and old are learning exactly what it takes to be a man with options in 2020 and so on. And you see, we have guys in here from all shapes and sizes, all colors, all backgrounds. If you look at John Harris, He goes, I can now see through the matrix. So Matt goes, crazy update. I just had sex with her. This changes everything. I now have a pipeline of pussy at my fingertips, he says in the second text message there. Or Adrian. He goes, I want to thank you so much for making me stick this out. It turned out to be the best decision in my life.
This is literally what made George Cook a star, to have his pipeline of pussy at his disposal 24/7. And he goes, before Blueprint, I was nervous even breathing. My breathing was so shallow around women. Now listen to him. It's a completely different man.
So I tried signing up with a fake card number. No surprise, it didn't work. I tried joining the Facebook group. They obviously didn't let me in. So I checked out Casey's YouTube channel. And if you don't already understand the kind of person this dude is, he's the kind of guy that starts every video like this.
Uncle C, back in the office today. Uncle C, back in the office. And Uncle C. And one thing that I wanted to talk about is that semen retention is a sacrifice to find purpose.
Wait a minute. I just spent 2 hours listening to you tell me you can fuck any chick. Now you're telling me you just don't?
I explain this using the Black Range Rover method. Okay, the Black Range Rover method is this. I want a Black Range Rover. I think they look sick. And sometime next year I want a Black Range Rover. And I'm probably going to get one day a Black Range Rover. Well, I never saw Black Range Rovers very much, but all of a sudden when I focus on Black Range Rovers, now everywhere I go, I see a Black Range Rover. What do most men do when they try to approach you or try to approach your friends? What are some of the things you were telling me yesterday?
Go
through these one by one.
Well, first off, they will slide in your DMs. Married, girlfriend, doesn't matter. You go and creep on their stuff, and half the time you're like, dude, you are married.
Like, let's say a girl gets all these DMs, all these swipe ups. What is the first thing that comes to her head?
That he doesn't have options. Like, he's out trying to seek you over, first off, over a phone. They can't even come to you in person. It's always behind a screen. It's never
the real deal. They seem shy or insecure.
Yep.
So let me ask you, when we first started talking, what was different about when you met me, and what is the differences, how I carry myself, and the differences between a lot of things that you see?
Well, you don't like try to reach out and give that, like, it's just that initial step of like, hey, we're hanging out this time, we're doing this time.
So I pick what we're doing.
Yeah.
And how is that?
I mean, it's nice because you get, like, every girl is always like, oh, I don't care. Where do you want to eat? I don't care. Where do you want to hang out? I don't care. What do you want to do? I don't care. So it's nice having, like, the standpoint of, like, this is what we're doing at this time. So you can either be there or you can go do your other plans.
Perfect. Now let me take over. I'm going to talk to the guys.
Hey, Ariel.
Hey.
You want to help me with something?
Sure.
So I'm making a video, and I'm going to ask you a question, and just answer me. Say it's me.
Okay.
All right. Uncle A in the house. I got something to show y'all fellas. I'm here today with my girlfriend. So, Ariel, who's the coolest guy in the world?
I'm not saying you.
That's what I told you to say, though.
But I don't want to say it.
I thought you agreed to do this for me.
I mean, I did, but I don't want to give you a big head.
All right. What if I get you something?
Like what?
I don't know. What you want? Want some shoes?
Just shoes. Just shoes?
Just shoot. A purse? Gucci purse?
Gucci purse.
Huh?
What about them Gucci slides?
You want some Gucci slides?
Maybe.
You already got some Gucci slides. What you need Gucci slides for?
Okay, I guess I don't need any. What else you got? What else you got?
Gucci purse. Come on.
Okay, Gucci purse.
Jesus.
I'll take the purse. Damn.
So difficult.
Fine, the purse.
All right. So you gonna do it this time?
Okay.
All right. Uncle A, back in the house. I got something to show y'all fellas. I'm here with my girlfriend. So Ariel, who's the coolest guy in the world?
You are.
All right. Now, just get on your phone, look at memes or something. I don't need you anymore.
Where's my purse? Where's my fucking purse?
I also found he's got a page for fitness too. Some kind of scammy personal trainer. Yeah, he's the expert diet coach. Sounds legit. There's a bunch of pictures of him flexing and other people's testimonials because, you guessed it, he's selling stuff here too. Okay, I guess he's got to get paid for something. Ebooks explained. Yeah, I think ebooks are pretty self-explanatory, bro. Here's the list he sent me. There's really nothing of value here. Pause if you want to read it, because I'm tired of talking about this guy. Look, if you're a guy who is having trouble getting women, here's better advice in 5 seconds than this guy will ever give you. Stop being such an asshole.